What's up, good people? David Taub here from nextlevelguitar.com. How you doing? Hope all is well. Thanks for joining us. And today we are going to do a little module on amplifiers. And I want to show you this really nice Gibson Falcon amplifier. Now, you might not be too familiar, but Gibson did make a lot of amplifiers, and some of them are pretty cool. This is a mid-60s Gibson Falcon, all tube, okay, made in Kalamazoo, Michigan, model GA19, okay? And this amp is got that vintage tone, has the model number here in this all wood kind of cabinet, covered in this kind of brown plasticky Tolexy kind of thing. Falcon, it says it here, and it's written out on top. I'll give you a look at the controls later. Okay, it has a foot switch here, which controls the reverb and tremolo. This foot switch might not be the original one, but this amp has a pretty good reverb tank, and the tremolo currently isn't working, but the tremolo on these amps usually sounds pretty good. And other than that, it's basically just a volume and tone control, reverb, depth, and frequency for the tremolo, and that's about it. So it's a pretty basic amp, but these amps actually are still available. You could find them on eBay and Craigslist, and pretty inexpensive considering for a tube amp made in the mid-60s. On the top side of the amp, you have your two inputs, and you see here it says mic or instrument. They used to connect, in the old days, you could connect like a microphone and almost have like a mini PA, so to speak. Monitor, like a speaker out. Here's your volume, or they have it as loud. Your tone with, you know, bass, more bassy, more trebly. So it's like half of it is bass, half of it treble. Remember, this amp is wired a little differently. And then you have your reverb. And then these are the controls for your tremolo. The knob is obviously not an original knob. Your power switch, your on-off light, and your fuse. Here's the back of the amp. You see it has the original Gibson speaker. Okay. This looks pretty much all stock. You have your power and preamp tubes and transformer, and you have a little bracket here. I guess that was used to hold the foot switch, and you might not be able to see, but down in the bottom here you have your reverb tank, okay? And you could see the kind of solid wood construction, and they kind of glued and tacked this plasticky kind of, or vinyl brown cover on that. Has a nice sounding reverb, which you can really crank. I'm playing right now through this 2003 Mexican-made Splatter Stratocaster. Kind of an interesting finish on this guitar. Very wild, very tie-dye-ish. Kind of cool. Look at the back on that, right? Kind of neat. They just splatter right over the covers, whether it be the cover, the back cover, or the pick guard. They just did the finish right over the top of that. But kind of a good sounding reverb unit. And you can kind of crank it up and get some pretty cool, you like that old kind of 50s. A little too much reverb for me, but there it is. And if you're looking for a clean sounding amp, and we'll throw a distortion pedal in front of it in a minute and you could hear it, but all in all, not bad. Has this built-in handle and solid wood cabinet, solid amp. You should check it out if you want a tube amp at an inexpensive price, vintage-wise. Let's play a little bit, and you can hear some of the sounds clean. Hear that nice reverb. Very cool sound. distortion pedal in front of the amp. You know, a lot of people think these old vintage amps are old fuddy-duddy 50s and 60s, but they're just a distortion pedal away from sounding pretty cool. Let's try this pedal out. Metal Zone MT2 by Boss. I got the distortion about 3/4 and the EQ set. And let's kick this in and play a little bit with it. Switch pickups. I'll just mess with the settings a little bit on the pedal. Maybe scoop the mids a little bit. Get that real scooped kind of mids. So, check out your Gibson amplifier line and old Gibson vintage amps. The Falcon is a fun amp, nice tube, hot tube sound, and be sure to visit our website at nextlevelguitar.com. Subscribe to our YouTube videos, and we will see you soon. Take care and rock on.